Welcome to The Explainer. Let's be real, job interviews can feel like a super high-stakes game, right? But what if you knew the secret to every question? What if you understood what the interviewer is truly asking? Well, today, we're giving you the playbook to decode even the toughest interview questions and turn all that anxiety into some serious, unshakable confidence.
So, let's just dive right in with a total classic. What are your career goals? I mean, it seems pretty straightforward on the surface, but underneath this simple question lies a much, much deeper one about your future and their company.
And look, they're not just making small talk about your 5-year plan. No. The interviewer has a very, very specific goal here. What they're really asking is this: do your goals actually align up with ours? They want to know if the growth you're looking for is something they can actually provide, and if your development will in turn help them succeed. It's really just to test a mutual fit. And, this really just goes to show how predictable interviews can be. Most companies, they're pulling from the same old playbook of questions. So your key to success isn't about memorizing answers, not at all. It's about understanding the why, the intent behind every single question.
Okay, so let's break this whole thing down. First up, we're going to tackle the questions that are all about figuring out who you are as a professional.
And this right here, this just perfectly shows the difference between a kind of meh answer and a really strong one. I mean, come on, anyone can call themselves a hard worker. The winning answer, though, focuses on tangible qualities, like a commitment to results, clear communication, and accountability. It's concrete, and it sounds way more confident. Okay, here's another one that's really a test of your character. When they ask you about criticism, they're not really asking about criticism. They're checking your ego. A winning answer shows you have a growth mindset. You're not getting all defensive. You see feedback as a gift, a chance to learn and get better.
Okay, next up, proving what you can do. It's one thing to say you have the skills, but you got to show them. This is where you bring out the evidence.
And that is where behavioral questions come in. Interviewers absolutely love them for one super simple reason. Your past performance is the best predictor of your future performance. They don't want hypotheticals. They want to hear real stories about what you've actually done. So the secret weapon for acing these questions? It's all about storytelling. Don't just spit out an answer, tell a story. And every great story has a structure. Just use this simple 4-part formula. Think of it as your blueprint for a clear, compelling answer that just hits every single mark. All right, let's actually put this into practice. Imagine they ask about a difficult colleague. Here's how you do it. The situation: a team member kept missing their deadlines. The challenge: the entire project was at risk. Your action: you scheduled a one-on-one, not to blame them, but just to understand what was going on. And the result: performance improved, and so did your working relationship. See, it's a perfect professional story. Seriously, this storytelling framework is your secret weapon. For a question about failure, talk about the lesson you learned. For a challenge, focus on your strategy. For going above and beyond, describe your initiative. It works for everything. All right, now for the final crucial piece of the puzzle: connecting your story directly to this company and this role. This is where you make it crystal clear that you are the perfect fit.
Okay, this is your moment. They're basically handing you the microphone and asking you to sell yourself. This is where you deliver a confident summary that perfectly connects your experience, your work ethic, and your strengths directly to what they're looking for.
When they ask about your ideal workplace, guess what? It's another alignment test. You want to talk about values like transparency and opportunities for growth. It shows you're not just hunting for a job, you're actually looking for a career.
And this really brings us full circle, doesn't it? You've got to frame your ambition as a win-win. Your success is the company's success. Your goal isn't just to get a promotion. It's to grow your own expertise in a way that drives the entire organization forward.
Finally, you have to remember this: an interview is not an interrogation. It's a conversation. It's a two-way street. So when they ask if you have any questions, it's your turn to take the wheel. This is your chance to interview them.
Asking really sharp questions does two critical things. First, it just proves you're engaged and that you're taking this seriously. And second, it gives you the inside scoop you need to decide if this is actually the right place for you.
So when you boil it all down, every single interview question is really just an invitation, a chance to tell your professional story. When you understand what they're really asking, you can shape that narrative and prove your value. So the real final question isn't for them, it's for you. What story will you tell?